Hi guys, welcome to your Monday mobility session. So we have 5 movements that we're going to do today. The first is a wall cobra. I'm actually just going to scale it back for you a little bit today, and then we'll talk through the wall cobra. So your cobra, you've got a few options with your cobra, and it really depends on the quality of your back position. So first of all, your hands are going to come in line with your shoulders, feet are going to be flat to the floor, and then your first option is to lift the chest. Now what we're not looking for is lots of hyperextension in the, or hyperloading of the mid-back. I really want to open out the hips in this. So what we need to think about when you go for your cobra is push the front of the hips into the floor first and then lift. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. If you find that pretty comfortable, same thing. Push the front of the hips into the floor, shoulders away from the ears, and then you're just going to lift, making sure in this position again, shoulders are back and away from the ears, so we're not hunched up like that, because otherwise that just loads the shoulder joint. And you're going to hold this for a few minutes. If you find that comfortable, your wall option is exactly the same, but you're going to take your hands to the wall. It's quite an advanced option, so only move on to that option if you feel like you're pushing your hips into the floor, your shoulders are away from the ears, and it's going to allow you to open out the front of the hips, okay? Your next stretch is a calf stretch on the wall. Again, I'm going to show you a slight alternative. So your calf stretch on the wall would be your foot placed against the wall, and then we're looking to dorsiflex the foot. However, what you can do is, if you find that I find it quite hard to get a stretch in that position, if like me you find it hard to get a good wall stretch, you're going to wrap something like a towel around your foot and then use that to dorsiflex or pull your foot up towards the shin as you sit back and stretch that calf out. Once you've done your calf stretch per side, we're into a standing forward bend. So basically like a hamstring stretch we've been through before. A bottom squat, use the hands and the elbows to lever out the knees. And then our final movement is a pigeon stretch. Now the pigeon stretch is one of the deeper stretches that we're going to go into. So again, I'm going to show you an alternative. Historically, your pigeon stretch, you would have leg parallel with the wall in front of you, and then you would bring the hands out and roll the hip over so you stay in that position. What tends to happen with a lot of people is that leg moves back and it takes away the stress of the stretch. So if you're that type of person where your leg doesn't quite stay parallel, your shin doesn't stay parallel with the front of the with the wall in front of you, then your alternative is to put your leg in parallel and have your leg out to the other side like this, and then just to come down in line with that front leg, making sure the chin comes down, the chest comes down to the front leg knee. And we're going to get a deep hip stretch with that. It's just not as intensive as the pigeon pose. Alternatively, what you can do is scoop the leg into this position. Again, that really depends on, as long as you're it's not irritating any back problems or any shoulder problems, then this would be a good alternative if you struggle to get into the pigeon pose. Enjoy that mobility session, guys. It's going to be welcome after Murph. Make sure you spend some time in those joint positions, and again, get all your scores logged on Sugarwood. Let us know how you get on the mobility as well, because we are interested in that as well.